everyone, and welcome to Instaviews. I am Saskia, the Deputy Editor of VoiceBank. I do hope you're all having a great afternoon. So today I'm going to be joined by the cast of the Collab, which is a new show debuting at the Space from May 31st to June 11th. And the cast are going to come on today and talk about the show, what to expect, and how they prepare for a role. So, without further ado, let's bring them on. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hi guys, how are you doing?
We're
too far away.
No, it's fine. I mean, we can make it work. That's absolutely So thank you all for taking time out today during rehearsal. I know that, you guys have been really busy.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, of course. So if you just want to start by one introducing yourselves and telling us a bit about your creative background.
Absolutely. Do you want to start?
Yeah. So I'm Maria. Everyone knows me as Maria. I studied a bit in a sort of drama school and then went into doing plays and did my first theatre debut in 2021 as Lysistrata in Lysistrata. And yeah, I'm continuing that now.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Andre Frey, and I was born in Switzerland to a Mexican mom and a German dad. I'm explaining that because I have a pretty international background. I speak German, Spanish, French, and English, and I've lived in Switzerland, France, the US, and now I'm settled here. So I want to pursue my acting career in London because I love this city, I love this country, and I think people here really care about theater and my background. So I've trained in the US a bit at the company acting studio in Atlanta, in Paris at Cours Florent. And yeah, now I'm just learning on the job and I'm very excited to be part of this play.
Yeah, theatre is definitely one of the better things that we're known for. So
yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Hi, I'm Louise Lord. I'm originally from West Sussex. So I kind of had a dance background and then I went to youth theatre and then kind of like found my love for acting there. So I went off to uni to do acting. And then since then I've kind of done some short films and some plays as well. And have recently written and produced my own short film, which we'll be filming this summer.
Woo!
So
congratulations.
So yeah, and then obviously doing this play now.
So do you all three know each other through doing the collab, or do you have any previous experience working together?
We met at an acting class, and what's really fun is, so we saw each other at the Recall audition, and we couldn't believe it. And then the same week, we did another audition for another show.
Yeah, and he was auditioning for the same thing. So yeah, we're quite aligned.
We're going to be working together forever.
Every audition in the future, it's just going to be the two of you there.
Absolutely. And yeah, I think we both.
Yeah, I met these both at the auditions at the Recalls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So I don't want to get the name of the theatre company wrong. So tell me, how do I pronounce it?
Aequitas.
Aequitas. Okay.
Aequitas.
So how did you all become involved in that theatre company then?
Well, it was actually through Mandy, and I found their audition. And then basically auditioned, and that's how I found out about them. Really, for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you?
Same. Through Mandy.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay, so you are debuting the Collab at the Space from May 31st. Congratulations, by the way. So tell us a bit about the Collab. Like, what can people expect? What's the plot? Like, tell us a little bit about it.
I don't think we want to give too much away, right?
Okay.
The director's looking at me like,
Don't say it.
So I'd say it's a story about what happened in 2014. Do you want to talk about that? Maybe you know more about that because you followed it, right?
Yeah, so I used to watch YouTubers back in 2014, and it's based on what happened.
Oh, my mom just joined. Hi, Mom. Hola, Mommy.
The support is so sweet.
So yeah, it's based on the 2014 YouTube scandal. I won't give too much away, but I play a YouTuber called Ella Blair, and Andre plays a YouTuber called Max
Max
Jessup.
Do you know my character?
I do, of course. And then and then we've got
I play a fashion photographer called Kat Daniels, who's
Yes.
Ella's best friend.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's based on so Ella's wanting to become a YouTuber, eco lifestyle sort of YouTuber, and she meets Max.
And I'm a famous YouTuber, already have 3 million subscribers, and I kind of take her under my wing, teach her the ropes, but it's all about how do you handle fame and toxic behavior and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to get too much into it because spoiler alert, right? But it's very interesting, and even though it's set in 2014, I think it says a lot about our society today. Right.
Agreed.
Thank you.
That was a nice little summary without giving too much away. Like, it was just a taste, but I think I get the gist.
Awesome.
So do you want to just like go down the line and kind of tell us, how do you actually prepare for the role?
So I like to really kind of research into the actual play and the character itself by kind of looking at their backstory, how old they are, you know, how is their upbringing, and then when it comes to scenes, like where have they just been, and then kind of like, where are they going and what's just happened, and kind of exploring that emotionally, like how they react to things, what their relationships are like with different characters in the play.
So really immerse yourself in like all of their like, you know, their relationships and their backstory.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree, and I think talking about what other people in like, it's very interesting to see what your character talks about and how he or she views him or herself, and how the other characters talk about your character when you're not there. That tells a lot about how your character actually behaves, and especially what he thinks of them. For example, if he might be he thinks he's very shy, but other people are always saying, oh, he's so extroverted, and you can see that gap. Why is there such a gap? Maybe because of anxiety, and then you can explore the backstory and what got him to be like that and stuff like that. So yeah, it's very interesting. Anything to add?
That's really interesting.
Yeah, I always like to find out what their star sign is, and I do little mood boards. Definitely the star sign thing is an approach I always take, because then I have like a lot I can go off from there. It's just, that's my main thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, come on, you can tell a lot from someone from their star signs.
Exactly.
Like, what are you guys? I'm a Gemini personally, so
Happy birthday soon.
yes, thank you. It's coming up. What are your star signs?
I'm a Cancer.
Okay.
Yeah, Cancer as well.
What am I?
You're an Aquarius.
Aquarius.
You're like, I don't know what I am.
Aquarius. Aequitas.
Yeah.
That rhymes.
Also, you must be excited to be taking the play to the space, though. Like, nerves? Like, you excited? Is it nervous? Like, how are you feeling? It's getting really close.
I think nerves haven't hit me yet. It's a very comfortable space, and I'm super comfortable with the cast. So it's like, it hasn't really hit yet. Maybe open night will be different. But it's a really cute space as well.
Yeah,
I think we're all excited.
Space at the space.
And dare I say it, I think we've become a family.
I
said it.
You said it.
Okay, yeah.
One of you had to. One of you had to say it. So just because our audience, obviously, there's a lot of young people studying like drama and theatre and stuff. Where do you guys see yourselves in the next couple of years? Like, what are you hoping to get out of this?
I think I'm hoping. Well, I think we're all hoping that hopefully it will get maybe transferred, or you know, we do it at other different venues and everything like that as well.
Keep the show going.
Yeah, I think we'd love to keep it going. And then I personally would like to like explore TV and film. That's something I'm really interested in. So that's something I'd love to do.
I think one of my goals is being non-British. I feel like I'm very specific here, and it's a good thing, but also I would love to be a part of like theater that is very British, like do some Shakespeare with a British accent and kind of get into the real British industry, if that makes sense. Because here I'm playing an American, and yeah, I'm always playing these very international characters, and I am international, so I'd like to try and see if I can sneak myself into the British industry. British character
How is your
and
British
whatnot.
accent though?
You don't want to hear it. It's terrible. Bugger off.
Love it.
I'm quite similar to Louise. I want to branch out into more film and screen, be in quite influential movies. I'd love to be in a period piece, like 90s, 80s, 2000s.
Yeah.
Well, any period piece would be sick, just mainly because of the costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite period piece film?
I love like Dreamgirls. I love like 90s hip hop films.
Cool.
I'd love to be in something like that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, like if they made a movie of like Aaliyah's life or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Something like that.
There you
100%.
go. Put it out there.
Yeah, I'm speaking to
Manifest it. It will happen.
it will.
Great.
So did any of you, or like have any of you faced like any challenges with your roles or with this production? Was there one thing that like, you had to overcome?
I think personally for me, when I initially read the script and I saw the character, I pictured her very one-way-ish. And the director sort of told me like she's a very 5D character. There's so many different parts to her, and it's just like finding that vulnerability and not playing into a stereotype of, just one thing. If that makes sense. I don't take too much of the character away, as we keep saying. But yeah, just finding different elements to her character, for sure, for me.
Yeah, I definitely struggled with that because I mean, I don't really believe in becoming the character for real. But when you explore someone who has toxic behaviors, you have to try to kind of get that and understand that and be in that headspace and explore yourself and see where those behaviors can come from. So it is intense to kind of delve into yourself and see like, oh, what would make me do something like that? Am I capable of doing something like that? Which I'm not, if you see the show. But you have to explore that, and it's hard work, if I may say so.
So that's one thing people can watch out for then. They know that your character is going to be displaying some toxic traits that
maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Possibly. Well, yeah, because I was going to say something I found challenging is knowing myself that there are red flags going on, but having to not react as Louise to the red flags, but react as Ella, who it's not so clear to that these red flags and are happening with Max, basically. So I find that really challenging to not react as me, but to react in a way that I don't actually know what's going on. So.
Yeah, so it sounds like that each of your roles are really taking you out of yourselves and, putting you into a person who you don't necessarily relate to or wouldn't necessarily act as, which is, I mean, I guess that's the point of acting, isn't it? Like to push yourselves and to challenge yourselves.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Great. So then my last question for you then, guys, and you've been great, by the way. What advice would you give to other young people who are looking to get into the field of acting?
I'd say, personally for me, don't let anyone stop you. So don't let anyone else's doubts become yours. Yeah. Because you can do it.
Yeah.
Basically, you might have people saying, "Oh, like, are you sure? Like, maybe you should do this instead," or don't let those doubts affect you and do what you love.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd say 1, trust yourself and trust your intuition, and 2, become an observer with everything in life. So if you're on a bus and you see, I don't know, a group of teenagers, just watch them. Like, I just find for me, what's really helped me with my craft.
You gotta stop staring at teenagers.
People watching in general is so interesting to me. No, that's really bad. But I just mean like going to shows, going to art shows, going to any kind of like spoken word, just everything that you can just consume and observe and take in, and then apply to your own work, because that gives you experience to even tap into any kind of world. So that's what I would suggest, 100%.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I agree. For me, it's all about vision, because you have to trust your vision, but then change it when you learn, oh, maybe I was naive, because growing up in Switzerland, there's not much acting there. So it was all about like what I wanted, and I was wrong about acting in so many different ways. But I followed my instinct, and then when I got to these places where I met other actors, I was like, oh, I was really naive. But thanks to my initial vision of like what I thought it was, I was able to get to that place where then I could kind of adapt and change my direction, my journey, and then get to the place where I'm today. So yeah, trust yourself, like you said.
Trust yourself and trust in the journey.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Tickets to the collab obviously are, do you want to tell people where they can get them?
So it's on the Space Theatre website. And then you scroll down, find the collab, and then the tickets will all be there.
Or on the Aequitas Instagram, links in the bio. Or on your Instagram.
Or on my Instagram.
Links in the bio.
Yeah.
Any Instagram.
All of the Instagrams.
Any
All of the Instagrams. Well, enjoy the rest of your rehearsal, and thank you all for watching. And good luck for opening night.
Thank
you
so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Today's episode was made possible by Voice Magazine, an online platform for young people interested in art and culture. You can read VoiceOver at voicemag.uk and find it on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook as VoiceMagUK. If you like this podcast, please consider helping us to make more with a donation of any amount at voicemag.uk/donate. Thanks to Kevin MacLeod for use of the track Thief in the Night. You can find more of his work on incomputech.com.